ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो नमःभ्यो नमो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म योग विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग दर्शन शास्त्र साधन द्वारा आत्मानुभूति कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निष्ठित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां दिग्विजयार्थं श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ योग दर्शन आचार्याणां स्मरणम् ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः ओम अथ श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रं द्वितीय पादः साधना पादः ओम एते जाति देश काल समय अनवच्छिन्नाः सार्वभौमाः महाव्रतं शौच संतोष तपः स्वाध्याय ईश्वर प्रणिधानानि नियमाः वितर्क बाधने प्रतिपक्ष भावनम्. Yesterday we have tried to understand this sutra number 33. What it says is, when we are trying to do our yama niyama sadhanas, it is not a red carpeted smooth flow, isn't it? Because of lots of loads of past our ignorances, habits, samskaras, and also because of the people around us, their our relation with them, obligations with them, their influence, etc. All of them affect our sadhanas. Okay, and the conclusion of all of those effects is within us. We try to think and do opposite of the 10 yama niyamas. That is called as vitarkas. When those vitarkas again and again prompting, poking us to compromise with the sadhanas, we must know the antidote for it, what to do. The answer given is Pratipaksha Bhavana. Mind you, none of these yogic Vedantic knowledges are new. They are only given systematically, technically, logically. Other than that, every one of us in our daily life schedule, in our trying to be happy in the world, these things we keep practicing subconsciously, not fully consciously. That is all spirituality karke. Like when you are doing something opposite of it comes, we ourselves do the Pratipaksha Bhavana and then come out of it. Mhm. These two go on happening in our life, whether it is for right purpose or wrong purpose, but it is happening. What is what? Swapaksha Bhavana, Pratipaksha Bhavana. है For Swapaksha Bhavana, the Guna Drushti. For the Pratipaksha Bhavana, the Dosha Drushti, we do it. है Why the uh, daughter-in-law is attached to her mother more and not to the mother-in-law? Because the mother is Swapaksha and mother-in-law is Parapaksha. Toward the mother, there is a Gunadrushti. My mother, she brought me up and all that. Then in the mother-in-law, dosha drushti. For no reason. She need not be like a Shurpanaka or anybody. Oh, Kaiki Mantra. But still, she will have some dosha drushti. Or if when little the mother-in-law says, then she starts creating dosha drushti in her. Then she's in Parapaksha. Reverse also true. To that lady mother, the daughter is Swapaksha, the daughter-in-law is Parapaksha. The daughter, my own child, मेरी बेटी है वो, and the daughter और कहीं दूसरे घर से आई. And I tell you, any mother who is troubling her daughter-in-law is a worst enemy of her son. So too, any wife who is torturing her mother-in-law is worst enemy of her own husband. Isn't it? If that mother-in-law has got common sense, what she should do? She should make the son and daughter-in-law close so much प्यार से कि वो लोग खुश रहे. But what she does, she holds the son and tries to pour everything in his ears and tries to trouble the daughter-in-law. Result क्या हुआ? Wife and husband fight. What that mother-in-law is getting out of it? Stupid है वो. है ना? बेटे का संसार को बिगाड़ रही है अच्छी तरह खासा. Yeah, the daughter-in-law goes on telling him, your mother has done this, that. He says, how can I tell my mother? The इनके बीच में लड़ाई. Isn't it? So too, ये लव मैरिज करके लाया यूजलेस को. बट दैट डॉटर इन लॉ इज राक्षसी टू द मदर इन लॉ. मदर इन लॉ टेल्स द सन कि बेटा ऐसी घर में मैं क्या करूं, मैं प्यार करके शादी करके. देन द फाइटिंग बिटवीन अगेन सन एंड मदर विल हैपन बिकॉज ऑफ हर. ये कोई वेदांत योग नहीं है. स्वपक्ष परपक्ष वी आर टेलिंग. We do it, but here spiritually, technically, logically, we have to know the need of these things and where to use them. In that way, even Swapaksha Parapaksha Bhavana also is helpful if you know where to employ it for sadhana. So, Vitarka Badhane Pratipaksha Bhavanam is such a universally useful and important trait to be developed. It can be misused also. That's what I gave the examples. It has to be rightly used. The misuse of it is what? Like all the Islamic countries supporting the Hamas. They are taking them as Swapaksha, but those rascals are terrorists only, those Rakshasas. But Swapaksha. But that is detrimental for the peace of the world. No? Think about it. Everywhere it is those religions, they expose it very vividly. That is why it is conspicuously seen, useful for as an example. In other religions, utna nahi hota. We support a Hindu. We will never support a Hindu if he is a terrorist. Our Hindu cannot be terrorist. वो तो बेचारा वो भगवान का नाम लेते हुए तिलक विलक लगा के चींटी को भी नहीं मारता है. How can he kill the human? Some Rakshas may be there exceptions, but generally. So we are just telling this Pratipaksha Bhavanam, Swapaksha Bhavanam are essential. My Paksha is I have to do the sadhanas. Yama Niyama. But these are all creating hindrances. So see the dosha dushti in them and make them the Parapaksha and thus come out of it. So Vitarka Bhavane, Vitarka Badhane Pratipaksha Bhavana. This we saw yesterday. And what are the Vitarkas? Not one or two. मल्टीप्लाई करके एक एक साधना के लिए लाइक अहिंसा है. दैट इज माई साधना. दैट अहिंसा को नहीं कराने वाला, करने नहीं देने वाला जो वितर्क है, कॉल्ड एज हिंसा. यू नो हाउ मेनी थिंग्स, हाउ मेनी वेज इट एक्सप्रेसेस एज 81 वेज. 81 अगले सूत्र में होगा सब. So vitarka bhadhane pratipaksh bhavanam, vitarka bhadhane pratipaksh bhavanam. Everywhere we should learn it. As I told yesterday example, early morning you want to get up. It's a good decision. But the vitarka troubles you. नहीं उठूंगा नहीं उठूंगा. Then pratipaksh bhavan करना है कि नहीं उठोगे तो क्या क्या नुकसान होता है, उठने से क्या फायदा. So too you want to be starting to be purely vegetarian. But taste which has been eaten so far, that comes and disturbs again. Then you should do the Pratipaksha Bhavana. है ना? Pratipaksha and Swapaksha Bhavanas are so essential in life to keep away from the negative and take up the positive. बहुत जरूरी है, बहुत बहुत कॉन्शियसली हमें करना है. If you can teach this to your children, how that which obstructs your progress or growth, that whichever obstructs your growth, how to avoid it by taking it as pratipaksha. So to whatever is required for your evolution, how to make it swapaksha with the guna drushti. If these trainings are given to your children, wonderful it is. मजेदार आएगा. सो वितर्क बाधने प्रतिपक्ष भावनम. सो yesterday we saw कि यदा अस्य ब्राह्मणस्य हिंसादयः वितर्काः जायेरन्. Of this brahmana who wants to realize the brahma tattva, reality, liberator, himsadaya vitarkaha. The vitarka are the opposite things, are jayaran, are born in the mind. Himsa adaya means for the ahimsa, the vitarka is himsa. उस समय you must do pratipaksha bhavana. Then what are the vitarkas? An example is given for the first 5 yama sadhanas. In that we saw yesterday. What he says, ki hanishyami aham. I will do himsa and kill him. Because why? Akarinam, apakarinam. Because he has done apakara to me. So he has taken the vrata of ahimsa. But he did some apakara, that fellow. Therefore, I will give up that ahimsa vrata, I will kill him only. Because he has done apakara to me. So your sadhana of the ahimsa, the yama sadhana, uska vitarka आ गए कि नहीं? How to do? प्रतिपक्ष भावन करके उस हिंसा प्रवृत्ति से वी हैव टू कम बैक टू अहिंसा बिफोर डूइंग हिंसा. नॉट दैट उसका हाथ पैर टोट के चलो मैं अभी हिंसा अहिंसावादी बनूंगा. नॉट लाइक दैट. बिफोर डूइंग इट, फर्स्ट वन. सेकंड इज व्हाट? अनृतमपि वक्ष्यामि. This is again we have to very careful na. As we are in the class and understand these things and imagine that they can be easily done, ऐसा नहीं होता. Especially in a world like Kali Yuga, Anrutam, you cannot be Rutavadi. वो टेम्पटेशन होते हैं. अभी सत्य बोलो तो यार कोई फायदा ही नहीं होता, लंबा खींचा जाता है. Therefore, immediately to get the work done, yield to the Anrutam. झूठ मूठ है ना. एवरी ऑफ द गवर्नमेंटल ऑफिस, हर जगह पे जहां भी को लाइसेंस पाना है, परमिशन पाना है, वेयर इज द रुतम देयर? ऑल द रॉन्ग डॉक्यूमेंट्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड. It's even now happening. Not everything changed and became Ramarajya अभी. राम जी का मंदिर नहीं खुला अभी. Therefore 10th सर्टिफिकेट 20,000 रुपए, +2 सर्टिफिकेट 40,000 है कि नहीं. डिग्री सर्टिफिकेट 80,000 देती बिकते हैं आजकल बिना पढ़े. Even the most important again, you can get registered medical practitioner certificate and you can do the medical practice. RMP बहुत डेंजर है वो सब, बट बिकते हैं वो सारे. अनृतम है ना वो. सो अनृतम वदिष्यामि. झूठा गवाहियां जो देने होते हैं. Children also अनृतम for the pocket money to get. So I will speak lies because he is my enemy. It harmed me. To harm him, I will also do it. In that Anruta Vaksham, I gave you example, 20 days back. Ki to all his friends who has become my enemy, whose himsa I want to do, I'll just blame him, create all blemish against him. तुम लोग सोचते हो ये सत्यवाद ऐसा नहीं है, सब एक इज कॉल्ड अनृतवाद. बेचारा है ही नहीं उसके पास. Like in some movies you see, no, that hero or his fathers father, he has not done anything wrong, but the villain ऐसे घोटाला करके, है ना, he does something कि वो पैसे जाकर उसके अलमारी में रखेगा. Then suddenly the corruption bureau, anti ki uncle, I don't know, anti corruption bureau come, then they see the amount in the almirah, Anrutam. Then he is caught. Then he is asked by the ACB. He says, मैंने देखा वो उससे पैसे लेते हुए. You know, in such sensitive situations, see, the real test is only when the things are odd. Na? When everything is even, everybody is good. टेस्टिंग टाइम में ही हमारे साधनाएं कमिटमेंट्स टेस्ट होते हैं. देयर ओनली आवर कन्विक्शंस, ऑल आवर गट्स वी हैव टू शो. थर्ड वन, द्रव्यमपि अस्य स्वीकरिष्यामि. इंस्टेड ऑफ अस्तेयम स्तेयम, I will just take away his money. चोरी चोरी चुपके चुपके. Then दारेषु च अस्य व्यवायी भविष्यामि. द ब्रह्मचर्य का ये वितर्क है. फिफ्थ वन, परिग्रहेषु च अस्य स्वामी भविष्य. All his money I'll transfer on my name. All his lands, properties, and I'll just evam. In this way, unmarga pravana vitarka jvarena. उन्मार्ग प्रवण मतलब उन्मार्ग, दुष्ट मार्ग में हमको फोर्स करने वाले, वितर्क ज्वरेण, when the fever of vitarka, opposite of the 5 or 10 sadhanas, atidiptena, when they are in the biggest conflagration way, badhyamanaha, when one is being tortured by those type of the vitarkas in his heart, tat pratipakshan bhavayet. उनका प्रतिपक्ष भावना से धीरे धीरे those vitarkas have to be quietened, pacified and eliminated, and the real actual sadhanas of yama niyama, we have to do them. Now देखो, what a golden, beautiful, everywhere useful sadhana our yoga acharya Kapila Mahamuni, Vyasa Bhagavan are telling us. Patanjali ji. And this sentence so powerful, na? Unmarga pravana vitarka jvarena atidiptena badhyamanaha. So the one who is badhyamanaha, troubled, tortured by atidiptena, highly configuration wala, jvarena, the fever of what? Vitarka jvara. That the fever of wanting to do the vitarka, the opposite things than the chosen yama niyama sadhana. So that all leads to what? Unmarga pravana. We were in the sun marga. Through these sadhanas, we want to purify the antakarana. Yama niyama say. Instead of that, by following the opposite of the vitarka, it is only unmarga. It is only creating, what is that? Destruction only of our sadhana. उस तरह से जो अंदर ज्वलित और ज्वरित हो रहा है, because of vitarkas means हिंसा, अहिंसा का हिंसा, सत्य का अनृतम इत्यादि. What he has to do to come out of them, कि प्रतिपक्षान भावयेत. No other way than this. I myself will have to find the pratipaksha bhavana to those things of which I am victimized, because of which I am not able to do my decided yama niyama sadhanas. देखो कितना जरूरी है बात. Like if I am troubled by the himsa pravritti and I want to do the himsa sadhana, then himsa pravritti के प्रतिपक्ष को हमें भावना करना है. Like that everything. Like brahmacharya, one wants to do brahmacharya, but the monk does the vitarka of it. Then one has to do the pratipaksha bhavana to maintain that brahmacharya nishtha. So to the other things. शौच, संतोष, स्वाध्याय, तप, ईश्वर. शौच की जगह अशौच. संतोष की जगह बीइंग मिजरेबल. स्वाध्याय, I don't want to study Shastra nor do the japa. Tapasya, I can't work hard. Ishwar Pradhana, where is Ishwar? I won't surrender. of all these negative things called vitarka, we have to, through Pratipaksha Bhavana, eliminate them and replace the regular sadhanas. In this way, example visa कि घोरेषु संसार अंगारेषु पच्यमानेन मया. I was so much being cooked in the angara. The क्या कहते हैं ना आग के जो होते हैं ना गोले वोले. I was being cooked amidst all the samsaric torturing, the burning charcoal all around. Goreshu samsara angareshu pachyamanena. Such me I was. Maya sharanamupagataha. Sarvabhuta abhaya pradhanena yoga dharma. तो सर्वभूत अभय प्रदानेन योग धर्म मया शरणम उपागतः. I took the sharana refuge of the yoga dharma which gives sarvabhuta abhaya. First of all, I slowly come out of my samsara. When I that way through yoga go near to my realization, I become the karana of the fearlessness to others, or I become I don't give fear to anyone. तो आई टुक योग धर्म. जब मैं योगी बनता हूं मेरे से सबको भय राहित्य होना चाहिए, उसके लिए मैंने ये लिया हूं. वेयर व्हेन आई वाज इन द amidst of all this torturing संसार समस्या और संसार जीवन. संसार में रहते हुए स्वयं को तपित करते हुए दूसरों को तपित करने वाला वो मैं, अपने ताप से दूसरों को दुखी करने से बचाने वाला योग मार्ग को जब मैंने स्वीकरण किया, ऐसा मैं, how can I leave these sadhanas and go back to the old ruts? This is called Pratipaksha Bhava. है ना? घोरेषु संसारांगारेषु पच्यमानेन मया शरण उपागतः सर्वभूत अभय प्रदानेन योग धर्मः. सह खलु अहम, such me, त्यक्त्वा, having given up all these sadhanas, vitarkan punah tan adadanah, having given up those sadhanas, opposite of it called as vitarkas, if I take them up, then what will be my life? Tulyaha svavruttena iti bhavaya. Then my life is as worse like that of a dog. In this way, Pratipaksha Bhavana. Suddenly, why the dog has come? Because yatha shva vantavalehi. Just like the dog, whatever it vomits, again it takes it back. Tatha tyaktasya puna atadana. In that way, I gave up all the vitarkas, again I am taking up. And feel that abominability. This is called Pratipaksha Bhavana. Evam adi. Sutrantaresha Vyojam. In this way, in other sutras where all other 8 limbs are told, while doing every of the sadhana, the smooth sailing nahi hoga. Vitarkas will come within and without. To avoid those vitarka, we have to do this type of Pratipaksha Bhavana. Now, what are these vitarkas? How many they are type? How to do Pratipaksha Bhavana? In the next sutra, सूत्र भी बड़ा है और भाष्यकार भाष्य तो 15 लाइन. He will explain. We'll take 2 or 3 days to study it so that the picture is very clear to us what to do when such obstructions come inner and outer. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanam Astu. Okay, we'll stop it here. See you tomorrow.